So here they talk about the tangent to a curve. So if you imagine your curve looks something like this, then a tangent will be this line here. Okay? And what we know about the tangent is that its equation is y equals mx plus c. And we know that m is going to be equal to dy by dx at this point. So we can find the equation of the line, and after that they want the x-coordinate of p, and p is where it cuts the x-axis. So p is going to be this point here, because this is the x-axis, this is where it cuts the x-axis. So this is that point there. And when it says cut the x-axis, that means y equals 0. So there's a few steps. There's step 1, find m. Step 2, find y equals mx plus c. Step 3, y equals 0, find x. All right, so quite a few steps. So let's start with dy by dx. So this is dy by dx. And instead of t, we're going to substitute pi over 3. Make sure your calculator is in radians. Okay, so secant is 1 over cosine, and cosine pi over 3 is half. So that's 1 over half cubed. So that's going to be 2 to the power 3. And sine, no, hang on. Secant is 1 over cosine, and that will be, well, I don't have a calculator with me. You can do this in your calculator. But cosine, I see the problem. So this should be 3. So that's cosine 60, which is, it's correct, 2 over 3. And sine 60 is root 3 over 2. So that should give you 2 to the power 4 over 8, over root 3, sorry. 2 to the power 4 is 16, so it's 16 over root 3. So if that's dy by dx, that's also going to be m, because we said m is equal to dy by dx. So that's m. So that's step 1 finished. Step 2, we need to write the equation of a straight line, and we need to find c. So you can do that by saying y equals mx plus c. We substitute this value in there, and we need to find x, and we need to find y. Now, x and y, we know the formulas, they're right here. All right, so x and y, we know the formulas. So we can say x equals sine squared pi over 3, and y equals 2 tan pi over 3. So I'm just using that formula. sine pi over 3 is root 3 over 2. If you square that, you get 3 over 4. And tan pi over 3 is root 3. So you can just substitute these values in there, and that should give you the value of x. So let's write this out. Root 3 equals m, which is 16 over root 3, times x, which is, I think, 3 over 4, plus c. So c will be root 3 minus 12 over root 3. Which is minus 3 root 3. So now we can write the equation of the straight line. We can say y equals 16 over root 3 x minus 12 over root 3. So that's y equals mx plus c. This is c, this is m. So the final step, so that was step 2. The final step, set y equals 0 and find x, because it says cuts the x-axis at point P. This is the x-axis, point P. That means y equals 0. So we replace y with 0. So we have 0 equals 16 over root 3 x minus 12 over root 3. So move that to the other side. 12 over root 3 equals 16x over root 3. So x equals root 3 times 12 over root 3 times 16. You can put that in the calculator, but it's basically x equals 3 over 4. So I think that's the value of the x coordinate of P.